Hello, world. Right. Is this good? I think it's fine. I genuinely have no clue. Anyways, it's gonna be a short one today. Can't be helped. Can't be helped. I took one nap today. I slept for like 2.5 hours. And it just ruined me. I could not come back from afterwards. I have so much junk in here. It's just now dawned on me that I actually do really like using grenades. And better than anything, I use grenades. But I have no grenade stats. You can't pay me to use grenades correctly. Medical arachnid. That is a strange and niche concept. I'm gonna buy it. I mean, I've almost got the arachnid to begin with. And if it can do better doctoring than I can, may as well. Okay, oh god! Requirements! By combining the mechanism active and the one to drug you to kink pain without the inevitable fuss and bother of a sniveling mage, staying healthy has never been easier or more enjoyable! Alright, fire. Wait, so what's the... Wait, when do you get the lunar drug? That's just something that you learn how to make, right? That'd be under herbology. Yes, that is, okay, that's professor rank herbology. That might be high enough. I don't really know for sure, though. Hard to say. might need to look into some of these weapons here. You know what? I should definitely look into chemistry. It's hard. Like, I'm between herbology and chemistry, which one I want to start focusing on more. I also do need to get the flow spectrometer, because finding those traps is annoying. And unfortunately, no one can use detect traps, so. And then there's also the smithy matter, because if I want to be able to make the automaton, I do need, like, I think, rank 1 smithing. I don't know, there's a lot that goes into it. Anyways, Space Marine, welcome, Azeban. I'm doing okay. Kinda. Sorta. Not really. But hey, we're playing Arcanum, so everything's a bit alright. For a moment. Until the crushing reality sets in once more. Wait, how do you make the explosive grenades again? I forgot there's some crazy stuff that you can make in this game. Fire obstruction. Oh, the explosive grenade is just black powder and... Oh, that's how you make stun grenade. Okay. Granted, stun grenades are very useful as well. I do need the black powder and the metal cans, though. Do you sell black powder? Oh. He is not currently selling black powder. Ooh. Sorry to hear that, Space Marine. I need to get my car looked at pretty soon myself, but can't really afford to. Strange occurrences in Ashbury. Let's see here. Denizens of Elven Forest spotted. Some of the residents of Ashbury have been reporting sightings of CM Tala or Lovelights as they are known in common tongue. These particular reports began reaching here as time about a week ago. Sent a journalist farewell to Ashbury to rescue you. Many of those who had reported seeing strange and magnificent creatures. It seems they have been appearing in the evening in some of the residents' floral gardens. Small numbers, no uncertain of these creatures came to be in Ashbury so far from the Glimmering Forest where they are usually found. They say they're... Whatever that cause, residents of Ashbury are delighted to have new visitors and hope they'll take a permanent residence for their new home. For those of our viewers who would like further information concerning the Hamiltons, blah 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 blah, it doesn't matter. So the thing in your newspaper! Wait, hold on. Oh god! Did not mean to start a fight! actual throwing accuracy. Gozer, welcome. How's it even? I just lost all of the stream so far. I swear, this happens to me every time. Hopefully none of the trades reset. Shall I barter? Okay, good. None of the trades reset, so we're still good. I didn't like his newspaper, so I threw it back at him. It was just it was a funny prank. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Until it didn't matter. And then I'm suddenly the villain because everybody's just like, oh. Just playing the Midnight Beat and doing stuff on Duet Nightabus, okay? Not familiar. No, this guy wasn't selling anything worth getting. Let's see here. We have liquid soap in here now. But still, I hope it's a fun time anyway, right? Not getting all worked up with random junk. Nah. Very tiring. I might have to just break down and spend the 8 gold. I don't want to though. I don't want to spend money. Stop using magic on me, Virgil. It doesn't work. Magic isn't real. I'm also really curious if that if it's possible to get that that power armor again. Because there's a bit of a detail I remembered earlier in the game when I was on one of the earlier quests. The one specifically where I got the automaton blueprint. Basically, a guy wanted me to go into a random like a mechanist's house, so I could get a some crazy some crazy armor for him. And I'm pretty sure the stuff used the model that was at least probably based on the Fallout power armor. That's just a cool concept to me. I think it's too late for me to go. Yeah, it's too late. I forgot to grab the liquid soap. I had the kerosene, I just need liquid soap. Oh. Speak of the devil. Alright, I think I have all the stuff I need. Now all that's left to do is to get back over to the Black Mountain. Let's see, drop a save here. Wanya! Welcome, how's your day been? We're heading back to the Black Mountain Mines to go look for some dwarves. Or at least figure out whatever happened to them. I've been doing a lot of crafting, so we have a lot of grenades to work with now. Unfortunately, everybody's armor ended up getting destroyed due to a catastrophic incident regarding some kerosene, but that's just life sometimes. Forgot to pick up the metal can, but we should have enough of the, Oh, I need to make some stun grenades. Sinister, welcome, how's it been? Oh, by the way, I know this is a little bit unrelated, but I just recently checked. When I was going to open a game on Steam, I noticed that Mizu got it. And then I'm just wondering, like what it is that compelled them to do that. Took a look at the anime anthology of Star Wars again. Isn't that like the only half-decent Star Wars product to come out in years? Like, I'm pretty sure that was like one of the only like half-decent things that come out of Star Wars. was even the case is because, you know, they just kind of told some Japanese guys, do whatever you want with it. And you know what happens when you tell some Japanese guys, do whatever you want with your product. You get good stuff, okay? You get good stuff. Top quality. Best in the city. Also, you get really weird hentai of said thing later, but that's neither here nor there. It helps none of it is canon, so it doesn't have to share a timeline with hyperspace rams. That is, you know, why can't more series do non-canon stuff? Have you ever noticed how series are just never willing to do non-canon stuff anymore? I swear, the obsession with lore is terrible. Did I ever check this chest? I did not, no. Apparently I've been poisoned. If I recall correctly from what I've seen of it as well, it's also one of the ones that featured furries. Which is a little bit typical. But hey, that's just how it goes. Evil Bird! Welcome! How's it even? Hey ho, indeed! Wait, did they get a second season of it? I know! I have no clue how to fix it either. I noticed it, but like I genuinely have no clue how to fix it. Hold on. It's like, for some reason, the whole stream is just offset by, and I don't know why. There's just that bar down there. Like, I'm gonna actually take a look here. Video offset? I have no clue. I take it the second season was reduced. Yeah, I have no clue what's up with this. I might have to bite the bullet and update OBS. I really don't want to update OBS. It's been 9 episodes every season, okay. just gonna have to bear with it. I hate it too. You wanna know something? OBS has been having a lot of issues for me lately. Unlike most people who complain about the fact that OBS doesn't work, I accept the fact that OBS is a miracle that it even works as it is. More people need to just appreciate the fact that OBS runs at all, because seriously, this thing's a freaking miracle. I can't possibly stress how awful it is to update OBS. There are few things in this world more potentially catastrophic than updating OBS. Updating OBS has caused more problems with the stream than any other thing has. If you've ever live streamed, you should know what I'm talking about. Updating OBS is never a good idea. It won't work. Alright, hold on, let's see if I can get a fire obstruction over. That actually worked pretty surprisingly well. Alright, Connie's stun grenade here. That's not good. Alright. Stun grenade! And flashbang? Not really much point using flashbang. Fireball! I want to envision a world in which, you know, at least somebody has just screamed fireball before throwing a grenade down a stairwell. They should. They should if they haven't. Look, man, grenadiers are the closest thing to mages that we'll ever have, okay? I'm just saying. Alright, that went about the way you'd expect it to. Alright, this is off to a pretty rough start. These whereabouts are really strong for some reason. Oh, you wanna know what really sucks though? The new mic, for whatever reason, so there's a bit of an audio issue that OBS has from time to time. Don't know where it comes from, don't know why, it's just terrible. So, either I can have the audio to where I hear it as it comes out. Or, alright. Big emphasis on the or. I can, basically, the audio either comes out it's like you hear it as it happens. And then that audio is messed up for some reason because you hear double audio. No, it's not, I don't think it's the mic. I just think it's freaking OBS doing what OBS does. Look, I always stress OBS is nothing short of a miracle. The problem though is that it doesn't want to work. Like, it still has a lot of issues. Uh-oh. Freaking idiots. Boom. Oh, sorry. You guys gotta remember, the only way to capture this game in OBS is I have to use I have to use a desktop capture, and that has a lot of potential issues. Now, I developed a system for desktop capture, but that doesn't change the fact that it's still really risky to do a desktop capture. Okay, we're gonna drop another save. wonderful. I've been poisoned. Ugh. It goes so far. Who made this? What sadistic monster made this? I see a dwarf though. I think we've almost found the dwarf. Unless it's a dirty gnome. Ooh, speaking of dirty gnomes, I am so excited that we are getting a new episode of Hornio's Hole pretty soon. Every year, I am so excited when they announce a new episode of Hornio's Hole because it is one of, without a doubt, the greatest literary creations probably ever. It's incredible. And some people are going to be over here wondering, you know, what's Hornio's Hole? Why does it sound so extremely lewd? And that's probably intentional. Look it up on YouTube though. It's incredible. The lore is what makes it. Okay, I've realized I need to get the flow spectrometer for this. There's no getting around it. We need the flow spectrometer. A dwarf thief. You know, it makes sense for a dwarf to be a thief from like a physiological perspective, but honestly, I kind of envision, I kind of can believe gnome thieves more than I can believe in dwarf thieves. But yeah, I'm very excited though. I'm very excited for significantly more gnome skin bags, and among other very among more of a great variety of things. It's incredible. Alright, so message has been received. Dwarves, both same eye height as pockets to pick. Handicap, also same height as farts. That's terrible. It's awful.
What is it that you want of me?
Trade items. Why it is that gnomes are the easiest fantasy race to make fun of for me. You know what? I blame Barney. I blame Barney. Barney made gnomes really evil for me. like gnomes are typically the good guys in anything, but still. You know what though? At least they're not halflings. Halflings will always be lame. Because halflings get nothing done. They are the useless race. Not even worthy of considering getting rid of them. In my experience, gnomes are either the most evil race or they're kind of just a nothing. Or they're like just, you know, the weird little guys who live in there. Who live in trees or something. Yeah, I need to do some leveling up. I don't necessarily want to, but I also know that if I don't, it's just gonna cause issues. Gosh, the way he just slices them in half! I almost feel bad for them! Honestly, I kind of find it a little bit lame when people try to do fantasy races and they just do Tolkien. I know, very basic complaint, but I still, I stand by my opinion. It is kind of lame. Yes, Skyrim, Tolkien, or Gunnar. Ooh, black powder. I will take that. May as well grab some charcoal and saltpeter so I can make more bullet. No, I'm doing pretty okay on bullet. Dude, I swear, once you get the ability to make your own bullets, it becomes... the game gets a lot easier for gunners. The fact that all it requires is just level 1 explosives is insane because, dude, the Molotov cocktail is one of the best weapons in the game. Mostly just due to the sheer abundance. It's perfect is what it is. My best guess though is that people tend to just do Tolkien just because it's easiest that way. it's worth. You don't really have to think too much when you're just doing Tolkien. Tolkien. There really isn't much to do in Stillwater, is there? And I want to stress, just because I'm going to complain that people tend to just rip off Tolkien on making fantasy races, I want to stress, I am not I'm not attacking Tolkien specifically. I'm attacking most fantasy writers. Right, they know who they are. I have a lot of respect for Tolkien. Again, isn't it strange how every time we get stopped in the road by some bandit, it's always headed by an orc? How interesting. You don't suppose that this culture of banditry may perhaps have an effect on young orcs growing up? And don't even get me started about orcish pop culture. I'm terrible. Did you know that orcs are basically living weapons in and of themselves? Do you think this perhaps could make them inherently violent? Yeah, I am mostly just, you know, doing the hate monger thing. But hey, you know what? Who doesn't like hate monger? He gets it. That's why we like hate monger. He is the noticer who notices. can't argue with his statistics. His statistics are too perfect. Alright, I got too much weight now. I need to sell off some of my junk. Or I at least need a metal can so I can offload some of this, some of these gunpowder or black powders. By the way, the fact that to make an explosive grenade, all you need is black powder and a can, like... That's just kind of how it is in real life, isn't it? Kind of a wild thought right there. No, typically fertilizer is more accessible though. But all you need is dry ice. Look, I'll always stress one thing. It's not hard to make explosives. All you need is just to find a way to make a lot of pressure in something that doesn't, that will not last forever. Or need to create a lot of pressure in a small space really fast. I probably shouldn't have said that, should I? What's done is done. Of course it's gotta be too fast. Hang on, I forgot to take notes. Look, I'm just saying, it's just me explaining the facts of nature. I'm just explaining the logical principles for which most explosive devices operate. I'm gonna end up on a watch list. I really need to just shut up. No.
What is it that you want of me?
Frick, not these guys. You know what? You know what? No. I am tired of being afraid. You, pink skin, get over here. I want to have a chat. Oh my god, Virgil, why are you so useless? Oh, so okay, so his skin color is from the fact that he's a half-orc. A shame. He was almost pure. I think I just died. No, we made it. We made it. We're good. I'm taking your shoes. Actually, one thing I noticed a lot more in this town is honestly half ogres. Seems like every rich person in this town has a half ogre in their house. No, not the Ignaras. Look, in my personal opinion, I think ogres are more interesting than orcs. That is my personal opinion. And then every discussion about orcs ends up turning into, why must they be inherently evil? And then eventually it turns into, the fantasy races all represent these specific real world races because we are uninteresting. The small steam engine. No, why must you put this in my face now? And I can afford it. I have things to sell. You, faceless junk dealer. I have come to bargain. Well, explosive grenades actually go for a lot. Now it is time for me to spend money on this. Okay, I just spent so much money on this. But it was worth it in the end. I can't stress how useful a small steam engine is going to be at some point in this playthrough. For now, though, it's just a small steam engine, so it doesn't matter that much. Are you selling kerosene by any chance, my good sir? I assume the answer is no. But it'd be nice if you were. Ah, Tomica! Welcome! Good evening! We're just playing some Arcanum tonight. Not gonna go for too long though, because I do have work tomorrow and I started late. But I just got my first small steam engine, so soon we're gonna have a mechanized arachnid. I probably should get the thing that lets me see traps first, though. That's like at the end of your vacation. That sucks. I'm sorry. Hope it improves quickly, but I also know how some diseases are. Oh, why must you taunt me with more black powder? Actually, I do have a couple of things I need to get rid of. Mainly... Yeah, we just need to get the bullets dealt with. Oh. I'm selling all this junk off. Virgil refuses to stop healing, by the way. He should, but he won't. plus the poppy flowers. Don't need those. Cocoa leaves aren't needed. Honestly, I don't think we're getting much for the migraine cure. Should we toss the lava rock? It'll sell for like 5 coins, I think. The steel is the big thing we gotta sell. Ugh. Honestly, the main reason why we didn't even change the spark plugs before I left, before I went on my last road trip was just because we did not feel like getting the spark plug wrench. Could not be bothered to do it. Like, we didn't want to have to go through the whole process of adjusting the spark plugs. It was too much. Yeah, it's dumb. Like, why do the spark plugs not come preset? Or does it just depend on what car you have? I don't care. It's annoying. Depends on what vehicle you have. Okay. Okay. Well, still. The spark plug guys have had it too good for too long. Okay, and then we... Alright, so I'm on a mechanical dagger. Dude, the mechanical dagger is a great investment, because honestly, you get so many of those stupid, fine steel daggers throughout the game. And honestly, they're only, they exist only to be sold. Then all you need is just some clock parts, and you're all good to go. It's incredible how useful they are. Oh, jeez, Diablo. I tell you, your timing. Not trying to say anything or anything, just, you know. Happens a lot. I'll keep the electrolyte solution in the compass. Honestly, but I've had to clear out Sog's stuff for a while, so it's fair. This is very fair, actually. Kite swords are just totally useless. We just gather them up regardless. 'Cause friendlies just really like picking them up for whatever reason. Swarm, welcome, how's it even? Feels nice to finally kill the bandits. Tell me to pay a toll, will ya? You should have been well informed. The dragon is rarely parted from their gold easily. Alright, let's get that ring identified. Ring of poison resistance. An additional 100. Not bad at all. Welcome back, Tamaka. I don't need to worry. Alright, I think this is as much as I can go for. Wait. I think I can use the electrolyte solution and the metal plates to make, hold on. Is it... Ah, charges. May as well. Alright, how long until I get the ability to create a plasma rifle? I'm not gonna lie, in a steampunk fantasy world, that kind of goes hard. Just like, you just make a clockwork plasma rifle. Look, we have electricity. We have electricity, okay? Just gotta get it in a smaller form factor, that's all. Why did the herbalist go outside? Everybody sells Kadra stems, but nobody ever sells Ginkgo roots. It's very difficult to deal with. It's been making it really hard to keep up with healing. Give me a Roman keeper. Alright. I gotta go look for I guess now we can just leave out the other side of town and just hope we can get the no, what's it called? There were some ruins that I saw a bit ago. Might be worth going to. No worries. If you can't make it back, you can't make it back. I'm not gonna give you a hard time over that. Honestly, sometimes the meds hit pretty hard, so... I'm not gonna give you too much trouble if you know, just can't keep up. Metal can, clock parts. Small spring. And now with these. That physically hurt! That physically hurt! Fine, just take the other one. That was my new best friend. And now my friend is dead. Ooh, kerosene! Actually, should probably make a what's it called? It really is crazy how black powder is so heavy that you actually will feel the stuff regardless. Like you actually lose weight when you when you make them. Alright, I think 3 smoke grenades should be probably all I really need at any given time. I'm all go losing sleep over not having smoke grenades after all. Aw, what do? That was something I also wanted to sell. Maybe I just want to make more clockwork decoys and sell them. Actually, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Ah. Once again, more black powder has fallen into my hands. And the question now is, do I need it? I also found Monroe's Cleaner, which is... Nah, it's cheap. It's cheap. Dude, 150 weight for freaking black powder. It's just a powder horn. And that somehow is just one of the heaviest small items in the game. You gotta understand, you're carrying the weight of your sins. It's like with the guy who invented what was it called? The Winchesters? Pollution on the rise. Clearly magic is involved. No, we're managing. Welcome, King Steampunk Dragon. How's it even? Miner's helmet. I'm gonna buy the miner's helmet. I think I can make my money back on the fine steel dagger. That will be the last of my clock parts, though. Oh, right. And miner's helmet. Okay, so you need the helmet of vision and an electric light. Okay, the helmet of vision's a craft item, isn't it? It is. Unless I can actually buy it somewhere. Nah, it looks to me like it's like you gotta get the great helm. Make it into a helmet of vision. And then from there you make it into a miner's helmet. Okay, but you see, I don't have a very good strength stat. High velocity pistol. Don't mind if I do on that one. Sog. Carry my black powder for me, pretty please. I've already had too much black powder. Look at how many explosive grenades are in my inventory. My inventory's a mess. If I get patted down, they're gonna immediately assume I'm a terrorist. Fancy pistol, charged accelerator gun. Let's see you get a high velocity pistol. That might actually be something I want to go for. Ooh, where does the accelerator gun come into play here? Like, do you need to get... You buy the accelerator gun from someone and then you go from there, or... I don't even have any gunsmithing abilities. All I have is the quality revolver. And that's that. Okay, so it's gunsmithing all the way down. Don't need nitroglycerin yet. One day. One day. And when that day comes, it will be very messy for a lot of people involved. I don't need another compass. Yeah, I know. That's all shops, though. For what it's worth, it's not like I have any gunsmithing skills, anyways. Like, my ability to make armor and weapons is kind of trash. My main thing is traps and explosives. And some chemistry. I need to focus more on chemistry, though. Anyways, we need to go and work on some leveling up, so... Yeah, those bodies are still there. People just gonna step on over them. People just see a dead orc in the road and they're just like, eh. That's just how those orcs roll. They deserve worse. I don't know if I feel like I did great, though. But thank you anyways. Oh, I also at some point want to get the automaton, but the problem is elite plate. I'm gonna make the assumption that this stuff does not come easily. This right here, by the way, this is why people in Arcanum hate orcs. Have you ever noticed how the vast majority of the times when you're getting assaulted by bandits, it's an orc perpetrating it? To be fair, they hate full ogres even more because natural. Hey, random Cawthorn crystal. Cawthorn. Oh, I should probably save before I continue traveling. Because I've had some situations go down. Help! I'm noticing! Oh god, those are big spiders. That's a big bug. Okay. So my best guess is you throw them out mid-combat, and then enemies will just go after them. That is a little Oh, I know. I've already cleared out the Elven ruins. Never mind. It is a rare day that they actually let me sleep until healed, because, seriously. Yeah, remember that, Coburn. You don't want to notice too much. It's very dangerous to notice too much. One thing that does actually kind of disappoint me a bit, though, is the fact that, some of the racial options in this game are very limited. Especially if you're a female player. Because the game will will just refuse to let you play as certain races. Even races that ironically don't actually seem to have any real, issues with you, with the females existing. Like, for some reason you can't play as a female gnome, even though female gnomes exist. Same thing with dwarves. Actually, I don't know if female dwarves appear in this game. Alright, well, I screwed up horribly there. Even it doesn't really change the fact that it still would have been nice from a role-playing perspective to be able to have them as options. There's a mod that does have playable ogres. Besides, in my personal opinion, allowing for a player to play as something that is genuinely despised, I see very little issue with this. It'd be like playing a Star Wars RPG where you can actually play as a Wookiee and have legitimate situations where you just cannot interact and you cannot have any conversation with anybody because they just do not understand what you're saying. That makes sense, but I also will say that the player character is almost universally an exception among exceptions. I wouldn't really think that it'd be too in the lore breaking side just for that reason alone. Wait, there's a wizardry gotcha. You didn't know about that? Oh wait, yeah. Wonder which dwarves the wizardry gotcha is gonna go with. Laser short stack. Why not both? Okay, hold on. Do I have? I do not. Okay, let's make a fire obstruction. Okay, that was not intentional, but it doesn't work. Oh well, that's why God gave us the explosive grenade. Like, can I then... Ah, wonderful. I really need to just stop using these things entirely. I just don't have the accuracy to be able to do it. Got a single beast folk male and he's just straight up alarm while all the women are cat girls. Classic discrimination. So then we... The clockwork decoys don't last as long as you like them to, though. But I know how clockwork decoys work now, so that is good. They will literally draw all fire. Okay, my throwing skill isn't low steampunk dragon. It's non-existent. Okay, hold on. Why is it? Yeah, no throwing. I've been putting all my stats into other things. Where do you think all these explosives come from? Ooh. Now looks expensive. Let me see your things. Solve my aiming issues with grenades without spending. I mean, I just do everything, you know, up close and personal. Like, one thing that I've learned is that the grenade does not care who is using it. Or the grenades don't... Oh. Okay, that guy... This looks like a bit of a moment in here. Should probably make sure I don't go in there. At least not until I've healed up first. A random altar. Yeah, but even my dexterity is as high as it can probably be right now. They still refuse to give me Ginkgo root as well. Haven't been encountering anyone that sells it at all. No, fuck. See, I figured out how to use the what's it called? The smoke. frustrating how enemies will universally focus on the player above all else. Like, it's really hard to get them to focus on your allies or anything. You know, you'd be able to get your healing if freaking... freaking Virgil would actually use his healing spells on anyone other than me. An explosion I was not responsible for. Did Saul just die? What the frick? Where though? Oh, great. I don't think I have a... Yeah, do not have a life restore. Well, can't go back from that one. And I forgot to save. Again. Wait. Did somebody raid or?
What is it that you want of me?
Sierra.
Yes, of course. What would you like me to do? What is it that you want? What can I answer for?
Yeah, like,
What
is
is it
there a
that
way
you
for
want?
me to mess with his tactics at all, or? Yeah, unfortunately there's not really much I can do about that, because, you know. I just don't have enough stuff there. Congeal time. That is a very strange way of putting that. Actually, I wonder how effective it'd be to get a, like, how difficult it would be to run a build where you play as a, like where you play as some like you do like a primarily unarmed build, and you mostly use magic for stuff. Maybe I should give him unlocking right there. I think I'll do that if I ever do another playthrough. I don't know. On the next if I do another playthrough, I will play as mage. Rather than the based atheist I am right now. That's the fun part about using frags. Sometimes you just throw the pin and not the grenade. Classic move right there. Guns will become better in super late game. That's my main concern. Dude, guns are like my main attack method. Okay, I'm giving him harm. Let's see, what else? Summon undead. Create undead. Oh. Crazy. Arcanum did this years before even Skyrim did. Funny. Yeah, where you can just reanimate a random corpse off the ground. Virgil doesn't have the willpower we need for this. Okay, so here's a really good question. If I have Virgil max out his magic meter, will his stuff actually have a chance of working on me, or? Probably. Okay, Dude, this spell eliminates the binding force between atoms, dispersing the target as constituent particles. Dude, that is freaking... That's horrifying! That's a terrifying concept right there. God. I really appreciate just how much crazy options there is in the magic side of things. I know it's my tech. I know my tech alignment basically makes me immune to magic. My question is, will a higher magic alignment affect that, or is it just something that you can't really mess with at all? Virgil does have the willpower necessary to learn Shrink. So decided I'll give him Harm. Wait, summons an undead monster that will attack everything. It's not even friendly. That's horrible. And that is true. Because I only recently realized that I can actually mess with his stuff because he'd been auto-leveling the entire time. Also, why is that you're able to just randomly summon an orc or an ogre? Feels weirdly specific. Okay, so the main thing I should have him focus on is less buffing me, and because I'm pretty sure he tends to focus more on trying to buff me, which is really frustrating. Because you know, it'd make more sense if he just focused on Virgil or Sog. And now Sog's melee is maxed out. Alternatively, I could use him to help crafting. But his intelligence is basically non-existent. Kind of thinking Congeal Time, but I don't know for sure how effective that would be in the long run. Also, I feel like the blind effect isn't nearly as strong as it should be. You know what? I'll get him up to Shrink. Wait, but if Virgil is higher magic, wouldn't that make my mechanical stuff more likely to not work as well? That is also a thought right there. I don't know for sure what the effects that has on things though. Yeah, we ball. Shrink all the way. Alright, I gave him Harm and I gave him Shrink. This will either work really good or it'll be horrible. There is no in between. I was figuring it'd be for the enemies. Okay, that should work, right? Alright, saving here. Oh, I gotta make them. This works, this works, this works, this works, this works. Stun all of them. Let none of them have a single turn. Have I tried placing grenades in my hotbar? Now why would I do that? I never think to use a hotbar, honestly. Virgil, stop using magic! It doesn't work. Ah, fair, I suppose. Also shows the number that I have left, which is actually kind of useful. For what it's worth, Sog is just very useful to have around. I understand why almost everyone in Torrent has a half ogre manservant. They just make life so much easier. They don't ask too many questions. Starting to sound like a typical transient politician. I mean... Fires 2 arrows. Refuses to elaborate. I really wish I learned how the smoke grenades work a lot sooner. Because against ranged enemies, they are extremely useful. Solid is fine. Solid is fine. Well, that did nothing. And this is why we don't... We need to actually look into getting a throw skill. See, it just forces them to have to get close. And some might say that I probably should... Breaking traps, I swear. I swear. I feel like traps end up killing me more so than anything else does. It's always like right on my way out too. I'm just like, oh, we should probably leave. We should leave and go heal. And I fall into another trap. Use a magic mine on me, will you? I've also noticed that due to the increased frequency at which traps are appearing, I need to get that stupid flow spectrometer as soon as possible. Like, I don't think I can justify waiting any longer on it. It's just too much. Keep stumbling into too much junk. Molotov! Well, that time there wasn't really much of anything anyway, so it didn't matter. What's that? I guess it won't hurt much to know a little bit more about things that just don't work. Don't tell me the flow spectrometer is actually worthless. Because that would be mildly heartbreaking to learn. Most players, regardless of playstyle, will keep getting owned by traps most of the time. Alright, that is noted. The speed at which the puma moves is kind of funny, not gonna lie. Don't know what he's on, but it helps. Helps a lot. I'm just hoping that knowing where the traps are should help a bit more. I mean, gotta be worth something, right? Not yet. But granted, even then, I don't know for sure what the actual uses will be for the automaton once I get them. You ever notice how in the vast majority of media, skeletons almost universally do not wear pants? What did the authors mean by this? What happened to these men after they died that they do not wear pants? Magic, next question. I want to believe it's more like that one dancing skeleton from Spyro 2. I want to assume it's those roles. Oh, frick. A skeleton that actually talks? Who are you? Are you alive, a spirit?
The voice of the living. So long it's been.
Again, what are you?
Warrior in the army of the dead. Cursed death. No release. Life.
I'm gonna die from this poison, by the way.
This temple, a home to the order. Speakers commune, dancing with the dead. They brought us back to sever the hand. So very long ago. Listen. Travel north to the king. The dragon. Find the pool. Bring back the blood. Please. I want to live.
Ah! Freaking just has a heart attack mid-conversation. I freaking died mid-trauma dump on this guy. He's just like, this too will be a tragic story. One day. Prince and Necromancer, just so we can hear the rest of the story. Okay, Virgil, did you freaking hit me with that bow? Dude, I didn't expect smoke grenades to be this good against freaking ranged enemies. Like, once you learn how they work, you just get them to waste all of their AP just trying to attack you. It's kinda wild. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I know there is a spell to let you talk with undead spirits. Also, I did talk with the CFO of what was it? What company was it? The jewelry guys. I did speak with the CEO. And he was a very nice man for somebody who died a very long time ago. There's something about that entire sequence is just wild. I don't even care that I really upset that one dwarf. Because I'm gonna be honest. Just being able to talk with a bunch of... Dude, the speed at which... Do you understand how difficult it is to draw a bow? The speed required is ridiculous. Fun, fun. Having a dwarf in your party makes things hard. How does having a dwarf in the party make things hard? What's the issue with dwarves, huh? Alcoholic. Oh. That is actually a very practical reason. Before you go accusing me of racism. Virgil can't heal them. Potions have little to no effect, and they only heal if you sleep outside of the cities. Interesting. For what it's worth, though, it's not like it changes too much. After all, I'm pretty much out of party slots anyway, so it doesn't matter too much.
What is it that you want of me? What type of
Hey
healing do
Virgil,
you
I
want?
need healing.
What type of healing do you...
You'd think by now Virgil would have gotten the memo on that one. I'm not gonna lie though, if we get a chance to get an undead skeleton companion, I admit I'd be very tempted to use him. I've had very bad situations with these guys before. Not the zero chances we're taking on that one. It's kind of my guess, honestly. Not to mention, I just think it'd be kind of cool to just have the random skeleton in the party. Call the skeleton Mr. Funny Bones. He turns around and says, I have scoliosis. Would that be the skeleton equivalent of the I have a glandular problem excuse? Yeah, he'll be like, it's not, I don't have bad posture, it's just scoliosis. And then you get another skeleton saying, I don't have scoliosis, my left leg is slightly shorter than my right leg. And then you just start to feel really bad for him afterwards. Gets just swearing up and down. I was born this way. I freaking hate how many shots these guys have to make. Thank you for the 50 bits, Still. So you're a fire dragon, an ice dragon? No, I'm a trauma dragon. Some of us are born with the cool powers. Okay, Virgil's just unconscious. He'll be back in a bit. So, do I want to take the chance and walk back, assuming that the traps won't kill me? Yeah, figured. Called. Like clockwork. 80% of what's been killing me so far has just been random traps. Also, the speed at which these guys are able to fire their bows does genuinely, like, kind of set me off a little. Like, I can't get all 6 shots off with a revolver, but these guys can fire their bows like 100 arrows a second. What even is this game? Didn't even feel like it should have killed me, like, seriously. Well, I hope he's enjoying what he's seeing, but there's not much to see right now. Just, you know. Arcanum isn't exactly a pretty game, but you know. Okay, so what I need to get is the flow spectrometer and the trap disarmor. I actually did the trap springer, but I don't have the flow spectrometer. That's next level. See, you get to watch a lot of it. I think I might be playing in moderate mode most likely. I generally try to avoid playing games on the hardest possible difficulty because it's just kind of lame otherwise. So seriously just randomly picked up a just picked up a random necklace off the ground. It does kind of annoy me how party members will just pick up junk off the ground. Well, my thing is, like, I don't want to make the game too easy, but I don't want it to be too hard either. So I tend to just go for medium difficulty, because I don't really, especially for games that I haven't really played at all. Because I know roughly what to expect in some cases. Also, even in games that I'm familiar with, I don't want to overdo it. Yeah, like I'm familiar with, you know, like Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn pretty well, but you're not gonna see me trying to do a max difficulty run of that game, because, ugh. That'd just be a mess. Ah, okay. I actually actually like how difficulty is, or how the, how you gain levels in this game. Because it's kind of unique in comparison to most other RPGs. Like, it's mostly just about doing quests and landing hits on enemies. Okay. Zog. Where is my... There it is. Like, is there any way to change your ally behaviors, like what they focus on? Or is it just impossible to get him to actually use harm? Or even just weaken, for that matter. Jeez. That was pretty rough one there. Yeah, my main thing is, at least when I'm streaming, I'm just trying to go for having fun with games. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate a game that makes me suffer, like, experience profound suffering. I'm not a fan, though, of doing that stuff on stream, because that stuff can get really frustrating after a while. Why does the tattered bowman choose to get so close? Unidentified armor, kite shield. Mayor! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, Rainers! Welcome! How's the stream? Dude, like, see, I mean that when I say it. You don't want to end up in a situation where you're going to be spending way more time in a game than you should. Or at least hitting the point where, like, you just stop having fun entirely. Because, you know, difficulty's fun, make no mistake, but it can also be, well, frustrating. If you're not careful. Thank you for the follow, Sunny Taps. Also, hold on a second. Linear, do you mind giving Mary a shout out? It's very frustrating though, because I'm just like, oh, there's so many cool spells. Why do you focus exclusively on healing? Also, he keeps it picking up useless garbage. Definitely would have been nice if there could have been an interface where you could, you know, tell your party members what and what not to do. You know, just having the ability to just, you know, go up to them and just be like, listen, stop! Who are you? A spirit? Who's a living...
Of the living
Again, who are you?
in the army of the dead.
It's like he'll cast 95% of the time his default spells and then 5% the others. It's very annoying, because, like, you know...
Wasted flesh.
It's like I said, magic is really cool in this game.
This temple, a home to the order. Speakers, commune, dancing with the dead. They brought us back to sever the hand. So very long ago.
But he gets the revive spell, so he's not entirely useless. No, he doesn't! He doesn't have the willpower for revive. He needs, like, a lot of willpower investment.
Find the pool. Bring back the blood. Please. I want to live.
What pool? What blood? I don't know what you're talking about. You hear the slightest whisper, you cannot make out the words. Alright, let's go. Let's go visit Uncle, can't remember what his name was. It's a dragon, so we might be related, I don't know. 8 to 9, feel better. I'm sorry, Mara. I definitely hope things have been good on your end. We should definitely hang out again sometime. I'm sorry that I haven't really been the best about approaching you. But don't be afraid though to check out to check with the doctor if you think there might be a problem. Alright, let's drop a save. Because I do not want to get caught dealing with that again. Oh wait, no, we gotta go to the Dungeon of the Dragon Pool. Oh. Alright, Alright then, Oh, I had the materials to make more stun grenades this entire time and I wasn't using them. Oops. I hate this game. Ah! Every time! Does it bite? No, it hurt in a different way. You know, you end up just meeting the one dragon with daddy issues. Oh no. Grizzlies aren't too bad. Grizzlies aren't too bad. We can take them. We can take them. Wonderful. Kinda sucks you can't take the bear pelt and, you know, sell it for money. Certainly would make bear attacks a lot less underwhelming when they happen. Alright, a lot of bones in here. Oh no. How on earth is this thing that looks to be a gorilla recolor with some freaking horns somehow a lot less terrifying than just regular gorillas? It's only level 18, we can take them. Something hostile. I probably won't hang around for too much longer myself. Cause you know, I got work in the morning. Wait, what are these? Oh, random max. I'm not good at taking care of myself in Silly Hostel. It's just kind of who I am, you know? Didn't go over too well. Anyways, level up time. Let's get that stupid flow spectrometer so we can finally figure out where stuff is. I know, my mechanized arachnid friend. One day you will be mine. But not today, because I've unfortunately have more pressing matters to focus on. Mainly not getting killed by traps constantly. I'll still probably die to traps a lot though. Oh my god, did he actually use something? I never thought I'd see the day with Virgil. He used something that wasn't healing magic. It's like my complaints finally got through. But we all know the truth. They never do. Not fully, at least. Ah. Alright, junk pile. Dragon Pool Key 1. Where's it? I. Zog's doing a lot of damage now. Classic Arcanum enemies. They have every opportunity to attack someone in front of them. And instead they actively go around my allies just to get to me. These ones hit you for poison. This is probably not good. Thankfully they didn't do as much damage as I was afraid they'd do. Morgana's tears.
What is it that you want of me?
Wait, don't I have one? Plain annoying. Apparently what I had didn't classify as wine because it wasn't named as wine.
It is done. I've been seriously hurt, madam. Please help me.
Oh my god. Are they seriously doing this?
seriously hurt, madam. Please help me.
They seriously aren't going to do this because they. Is this for real? Genuine question, is this for real? Stupid. Alright, well, this suddenly happened. The important distinction here is that at least now we're not as likely to die. Also, Sog can actually do something for once. Which is a lot more than he was doing earlier. The flash grenade was a calculated move. And it worked very well. Okay, I'm thinking I'm running a little low on resources. We should probably head back before this turns into an actual issue. Besides, I should probably call it a night. Jeez. Alright, so I need the compass. I think I needed small electrical components. Which hopefully shouldn't be too difficult to get a hold of. new steel plant opens its doors. That's how you know nature is healing. Tesla gun. Well, it has gun in the name, so surely it should be useful for me specifically. Surely. No doubt at all. And I like buying random blueprints to see what kind of weird stuff you can make in the late game. Okay, so a looking glass rifle and a Tesla rod. And you need like 55 electricity for it. Interesting concept. Oh, anyways, oh, yeah, right, I forgot. Yeah, Tesla coil and Tesla rod are different things. Healing! I never thought I'd see the day. They have been very ungenerous as of late. Let's barter. CK sugar and Tom's fertilizer. That's some smoke grenades right there. Does this guy so? Also, you only got 7 explosive grenades, so that's also another thing to note. You know, I didn't realize that large gears are kind of expensive. Alright, now I gotta go over to the old lady, get her to appraise all that junk and then probably sell it to her. Then after that, I'll go and check the other shops and just see what else is available. wait, I think that was everything. I didn't. Wait, is this for? Is that a new Stillwater blade or? Small magic plate mail. Mystic robes. Don't know what any of these do. All I know is I made a lot of money for those. Alright, I think that's everything. Stage. Oh, so I saw in there. I apologize, I'm doing a terrible job today. Not give my A game. Just the truth. Not give my A game. I should just. They weigh the same as the other stuff does. Alright, so now I want to take a look over at the gun store and the smithy. See if there's still anything good. Mostly just plans for stuff that I'll probably never be able to make. But you never know. Yeah, it's just a venom bow, compound bow. Ooh, fine steel dagger. Come on. Fine, we'll sell to the junk dealer. Oh yeah, powder horns are also something that I am very happy generally to trade for. Because without those, where else did I get all of my explosive grenades? Also grab a metal can. Because you need metal cans to make those as well. I really do like how the crafting in this game, a lot of times, it really just feels like you're just throwing junk together and making just the most high quality stuff you could have made. It feels like it should be duct taped together. But somehow it still looks fine when you use it. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that, actually. I probably used the junk dealer the wrong way. All I know is he buys stuff that most people don't even look at. That wasn't the original plan, no. I'm just kind of running through trying to get the rest of the stuff done. Hoping I can just dive right in next week, but who am I kidding? A lot of my runs have mostly just been spent in Tarant looking for junk to craft with. Because out of all of the places I have been, of the many lands I have visited, Tarant has the finest, the highest quality, what's it called? Trash. The highest quality garbage I have ever seen. Look at that. Free metal can. Right there. Okay, the trash isn't what's high quality. It's mostly that it's the quantity. Prompted 24 hours. Can't be 24 hours because I work at like 8. So like at minimum, I could go maybe like 8, maybe 9 more hours. And then I get to experience the wonder that is tired driving, which is, fun fact, worse than drunk driving. I'm gonna buy a Restore Life. earth is taking up all this weight? Oh. The springs probably aren't doing me many favors, are they? That should work. It's enough, whatever. I don't really see much issue with carrying poison around. Anyways, one last save for the night. Anyways. And that is all. That is all. Let's take a look at... who I have to write out to. I think I'll give it to Akko tonight. I'm assuming they're streaming on both ends. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Akko tonight. Tomorrow I'll be playing Autism. Lots and lots of autism. Just it's space engineers. Just don't. It will be open. I will be playing on a random public server. Probably not a good idea, but I should try it more often. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you guys next time. So, good night.